Abraham Ancer to the virtual interview room here at the Mayakoba Golf Classic presented by Unisys. Abraham is making his sixth straight start in the Mayakoba Golf Classic. Abraham, if we could get some opening comments about your return to Mexico to compete at this event.
Beautiful. I'm pumped. I just got done playing my 9-hole pro-am this morning. Course is in great shape. A little bit wet, but it's always a little bit wet in this time of year. The fairways look a little tighter. I think it's going to be a great challenge, and I'm pumped. I love playing here. Love the food. Love the place. I can hang out here every single day and never get bored. So it's always a pleasure to come and play here in front of my people. Obviously, we're going to miss them this year, but I know they're rooting for us really, really hard.
And several golfers from Mexico, including yourself, have been doing so well on the PGA Tour recently. Can we talk about the recent growth of golf in Mexico and the popularity?
It has been. It has been really exciting. I think these last 2 years have been really good for Mexican golf and also Latin American golf. There's a lot of Latin guys, Mexican guys that are playing really good golf all over the map, and it's been really cool. Watching Carlos win in Houston was huge. That got me pumped up. That was the week right before the Masters. I was watching him in the locker room, and so I saw him win, and it was really exciting. I got really nervous watching him and motivated. I was actually, after that, I practiced until dark. I was so pumped up, and ended up having a good Masters. I was up there for quite a while, except didn't play my best on Sunday, but other than that, it was awesome. And I think Mexican golf, like I said, is growing because of those instances. But hopefully next year we'll have way more Mexican players and Latin players on tour.
Sounds good, and we'll take some questions from the media. We'll go first to Adam Shupat from Golf Week.
Hey there, Ed. Tell me, how did you fall in love with the game of golf? I don't really know your backstory there.
Well, I grew up in Reynosa, Mexico, and my dad just took me to the golf course since I was 2-3 years old, even before that. And since then, I just fell in love with the game. I've been playing tournaments since I'm 6 years old, and I really haven't stopped. So it was very easy for me to get excited about it. I was out there practicing every single day. I never really had to be told, it's like, hey, you need to go practice. I was always wanting to be out there, and I love this sport. I love getting better, and I feel like there's so much to get better at still. So it's a never-ending journey.
Was there someone who was kind of an inspirational figure to you growing up?
Yeah, there were many guys. Obviously, I grew up in the Tiger era. Tiger made this sport very exciting, very appealing, and just cool to practice this game. And also somebody that I maybe wasn't my era, but I looked a lot into Seve. Seve Ballesteros was somebody that I loved how he played the game.
And do you remember first meeting Carlos, or have a good story about how you guys became friendly?
Well, we actually played so much golf since we were little kids. We played all the national events in Mexico. I was from the northern region, so we didn't play together every month, but whenever we had the national events, we'll see each other there. Then after that, he went to college, I went to college, and then we played some of the same events. So we've always been playing in the same kind of events. So I've had a great relationship with him, a long relationship since we were little kids.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We'll go next to Kevin Price from PGA Tour.
Kevin Price, my man.
How are you, sir?
What's up?
Yeah, not much. I wanted to ask about kind of thinking about Carlos and what impresses you about his game. You kind of talk about his game from your perspective as you've seen it evolve and progress into being a PGA Tour winner.
Yeah, man. He's been close so many times. He was really close to win last year here in Mayakoba. So I think he finished second, and he's been close so many times. He dominated on the Corn Ferry Tour when he played there. He won like 3 times and went straight to the PGA Tour and had a solid year. So he knows how to win. He's been here before. He had maybe a year when he maybe changed equipment or something that he just lost a little bit of confidence, and he went back to the Corn Ferry and grinded it out, and I think that helped him a lot. And he's a solid player, man. I mean, he doesn't really have any weaknesses. He hits the ball far. He can hit it high, low. I mean, guy is good. You can't really fake it. You can't really win in a really good field and just fake it in a golf course that I've never played it, but it looked like it was really tough. So the guy can play, and we've played a lot of golf together, and it never disappoints. It's awesome playing golf with him and against him.
What was the feeling when he made that putt on the last to win in Houston as you're watching it, when that putt dropped?
Man, I was pumped. I was there with at the locker room with Bryson actually, and I was filming. I was on my phone, filming, and he was like, "Man, he's gonna win." And Bryson was like, "Dude, don't jinx him." I was like, "I'm not jinxing him. He's gonna make this putt." And he put that maybe a little bit harder than he would have thought or he would have wanted, but the thing went dead center, and I was fist pumping. I was so pumped, man. I've never really been that excited or nervous watching anybody play. I'm like, somebody else playing is like, okay, whatever, that's cool, but I was really, really excited. I was so pumped.
Absolutely. And then, sorry. My mic, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry, my mic was frozen. I wanted to ask Carlos, and you had a similar track where you got to the PGA Tour, and then had to go back to the Korn Ferry Tour to get your card back. What do you think kind of you learned in your second stint on the KFT that benefited you in your career moving forward?
Yeah, I think that for me that was huge. When I first won on the Korn Ferry and got my card right away, I wasn't ready. I mean, I got to the PGA Tour, and I quickly realized that I made huge mistakes trying to play golf like other golfers. I didn't play my game. I switched equipment. I did a bunch of things trying to play like the top guys in the world, and that really hurt me. It went downhill quickly, but I'm thankful I did that, and I learned a lot of lessons really quickly. I mean, in those 4 months that I played just terrible golf, I learned so much, and I implemented right after that. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go back to the drawing board, play my game, went back to the Korn Ferry, and played really, really solid that year, and after that, I haven't changed anything. I just said I'm going to keep getting better at what I do, and I haven't changed anything. Like I said, slowly getting better, and every year I've been able to get a little bit better, and I think Carlos is doing the same thing. I know he went back to pretty much everything he did, like club-wise and just everything, and it shows. Every year it's getting better and better.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
You got it. Good to see you, man.
We'll go next to Rex Hoggart from Golf Channel.
Hey, when you look at the last year, really, I'm going back to Melbourne and the President's Cup as well. What stands out? I mean, you've had a lot of accomplishments. I'm curious what stands out in your mind.
Yeah, that was a big week for me, just as a mental and confidence of making putts when I needed to, and it was just something really cool, and getting props from big time players, legends, like my captain, and it was really cool. You feel the nerves, and you feel like every shot counts so much, and being able to make some putts, hit some good shots in key moments was something that now helps me. And I go back, and if I'm in a spot that I need to pull something off, I go back and really think about what I felt, and it has helped me tremendously moving forward from there.
And kind of specific to this year, your finishes at the American Express and Harbortown, what do you learn in a situation like that you feel like next time it might help you push you over the finish line, so to speak? Yeah,
those were some tournaments that I played really good the last round. I needed a little bit of help from the guys who won, and they clutched up and made birdies coming in. I feel like I played good, solid, very good, and at the American Express, I shot 9 under, but I was coming from behind. At the RBC, it was a little bit different. I was tied for the lead going in, shot 5-6 under, and I got beat. So it just I would, if I do the same in another tournament, more than likely I would have won. It just kind of how it played out. I think I played really good those days, drawing back to those moments like the President's Cup, like I mentioned.
So the lesson would be what you just mentioned, is to play your game and eventually it falls your way?
Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything different. Sometimes you're going to play good or bad in the last round. I felt like I played solid, and I played really solid the 2 rounds, thinking about just sticking to my game and being really patient. And I played good. Like I said, I just got beat,
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll take our last English question from Adam Shupak.
Abe, what did you learn about the experience of playing in the final group at a major championship?
You know what? That was a very cool experience because it was my first Masters, and obviously you go in there, and I was so pumped to be there in a golf course that I watched since I'm a little kid, and look at all those shots, and seeing the patience that Dustin had, and he played really good. He didn't have his best start like he would have wanted, but he was really patient. He let the birdies come to him, not the other way around. And me, I got a shot really affected me. That putt on 2, I couldn't really shake it off. I missed a short birdie putt on 2, and then after that, I didn't really quite feel that comfortable over my putter throughout the round. And I put a little bit of more pressure to my, let's say, iron shots, trying to hit it closer, and just didn't really go my way. I didn't play terrible, but I didn't feel good over the putt. So I learned that, if you don't hit the perfect putt, it's okay. You got plenty of chances, especially if you do it in the first or second hole. So that's what I took away from that.
And in answering one of Kevin's questions, you mentioned changing a lot of things with your game early on. Can you relate the story of what happened when you watched Rory on the range?
Yeah, so I was playing my first event ever on the PGA Tour. I think it was in Napa. It was in Napa, the Safeway, and Rory. I was hitting balls at the range, hitting, I don't know, like 7 irons, and it was kind of cold in the morning. And Rory sets up next to me, and I think it was the first time or ever that he's played that event. And I was like, man, this is awesome. And then he starts hitting these irons that just take off straight up in the air, carrying like 210 into the wind, cold, like 5 irons. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't do that, And I started like thinking like maybe I need to hit it higher, I need to hit it farther. So I started tinkering, and that was a terrible idea. But I just didn't know. I didn't know better, and I struggled for a long time. I kept missing cuts and just was trying different things, and it wasn't really going my way. Instead of just playing my game and getting better at what I do. And like I said, it was a good thing that I learned from it. I had to learn quickly about all those mistakes, but I'm thankful that I did. And after that, I just been playing my game, not really changing much, just getting better at what I already do.
Thank you. Enjoy your week.
Thank you.
All right, now